So in this video we're going to look how to properly set up chains on the back squat, or also if you're using them for a bench press, and how the chains should sit so that you actually get the proper advantages of using them. Now if you're not familiar with how to use chains, what happens is as you go down, the chains at the bottom will gather up, so the weight gets lighter as you go down, which matches most people. I'm yet to meet someone who's like this, their strength curve. So most people are going to be in the weakest point of their squat will be coming out of the bottom position. What this means is that most people can quarter squat, let's say, more weight, and they can go full range. So what happens when you use chains, as you go down, the weight gets lighter. As you come up, the weight starts to come back on, matching with the strength curve of the exercise. So the wrong way you'll see people set up the chain sometimes is like this, where the heavy part of the chain is connected straight to the barbell, and it's not, as you go down, it doesn't really reduce the weight by that much. So if we look at this way compared to the other way that I set up, which is the correct way, you'll see the difference in how much the chains gather at the bottom. So it actually does make the exercise feel different. When you set the chains up like this, it doesn't really feel that different and make it as much of an impact to the exercise. Of course, it will still work a little bit, but it's not what I would say the correct way to, or get the most out of using chains in the setup. So while chains can seem like they're quite perhaps an advanced tool to use, and they've been popularized by powerlifters, they actually have a lot of application to anybody who's training, really, because what these allow you to do is reduce stress in the most stressful positions. So if we look at a squat, in that bottom position, we can reduce the amount of loading in that bottom position, where some people may find that as they go heavier with a regular weight and no chains or anything like that, they start to get knee pain, or it just feels uncomfortable. Whereas if they add some kind of accommodating resistance through chains or bands, they can actually squat through that full range of movement and get a heavier load in without there being that same pain. So these are a really useful tool to use within your programs.